Welcome back, Generals, to another Let's Fix Generals 0 hour to make the best game ever. Good, we can do here one more session. Yeah. I'm returning to the height map changes, optimizations. Yeah. Just compiling it again. That's on our work in progress branch with uncommitted changes. So the last thing we did was pre-computer texel normals, which wasn't working properly. So let's try to figure out what we need to do. Yeah, I feel like doing this now. Should be good. Let's spend hours on this. Yeah. Oof. Maybe the design here could be uh, GPS scrambled. Bomb truck is stuffed when not disguised. Is disguised. Not is disguised. Not stuffed. Stuffed otherwise. Type. I don't know. It's probably more like feature design, controversial, minor, Chile. No. I see 0 remaining cases for that regex query, so I presume all cases have been taken care of. Okay. Cool. Apply the readability container size empty check. I think we can merge this. Okay. Good. This one has compiled. Fantastic. All right. Good. Then, what about this one here? Water looks good, but textures show artifacts. Ah, so tiles. Hmm. Hmm. Oof. So show artifacts. Hmm. Hmm. Well, it looks like we need to look into that shit then. Stash. Unified texture, yeah. Which yeah, okay. Okay, so this is height map related. Let's see if that is. Let's see if that also happens in this one here. Generals. My hope is that with a height map change, it will be resolved automatically. But it's not clear. Let's see. Question is, which map is this? I think I know which one. Tournament. Some tournament map. Tournament A or B or something. Yeah. Oh. Good. Let's see. If I cannot reproduce it here on this branch, then that would be good. Skirmish. It must be. Yeah, which map is it? Tournament Island, maybe. There's no problem here. What map is this? I don't recognize this map. Sand Serpent, maybe? With some imagination. No. But I don't see any tiling issues here. No. Okay, let me... what map is this? I do not recognize it. I tested the things you marked refer to terrain tiles, and that should be tested with the with the height map. That should be tested with a height map merge 1991. I loaded 2 maps and I am unable to observe tiling issues. Two official maps in generals. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing there. I could imagine that maybe on this, maybe if we go back and we just test this one, that maybe then there will be tiling issues. Maybe. But if not, then I also don't know. So let's run that and see if that works any better. I mean, if we can see tiles now or not. Tile issues. No. No. I see no issue here. Maybe here, some piece. I don't know. He didn't say which map. He didn't say which game. Maybe it is a 0 hour. Let's try this one. Ah, I see tile here. Oh yeah, I see some issues here. Okay. Okay, we can work with that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, so we see some tiling issues here. Okay. And then let's compile this here again. Move orders of enemy units can be seen when following waypoints. When an enemy unit is given waypoints to move to with Alt key, the enemy can see them as well. Really? Oops. What is this icon here at the bottom? What is this? That looks weird. Oh, that is wild. Legal cheats. Bug minor. Okay. Let's test it again, see if the issue is there. If it still happens now, then that is a reason for concern, maybe. Well, unless it also happens before. Yeah, let's go. No, this looks all good. I see no issue here. I tested more and I found this is an intermediate issue with this change. It is auto fixed with 1991. Good, then this is done. Let's get back to our camera, which we wanted to do here. Stop. Pop. Generals. Remove. Generates. Good. Okay. Good. Set a startup project, and then we go to our height map. Height map. World height map. Base height map. Flat height map. Okay. Good. So I have our height maps open here. Let's close this one. This one. Good. All right. Cool. Okay, so let's launch it. Let's take a look at the issue again. Options. So, accept. Okay. Okay, I don't see any glitches right now. This one here looks a bit strange. This area here. I don't see any light here. Usually there's a light here when the bomb hits. Okay, but it also doesn't look awfully broken. Okay. We see no light. No light on the terrain. It looks dark here. Let's load a level again. Let's load this one. It looks bright. Is there light on the terrain? Hard to say. No. Just light on the Humvee. Light on the Humvee. Yeah. Okay, so it doesn't work. So the question is, how did we break it? Why is it broken? Let's see. So we create this thing with this size. This looks okay. And then we go through all of these guys here. With this here, yeah. Then we have texel normal, and then we write into it here. Top left, top right, bottom left. Right. We determined that that there are differences in here, right? So we found there are differences here. So down here, this one hits. Watch. There we go. Yeah, so these look completely different. Why? Yeah, we need to, so we have strong evidence here that there's a bug. Yeah. Do the lights. Bottom left. Normal text. Texel, normal, fresh. Yeah, so why is this one different? It's different everywhere. Look at that. Completely different. Yeah. Why is there a test for a P map here? If this was not, it would have crashed long before already. So this test is totally useless. Yeah. I don't think the issue is here. No. Let me put here I and J. It's all of them. There's significant differences. Why? That's really surprising. What are we doing wrong here? This one is called, right? Yeah. Takes so normal. Man, what is the error here? Data. Wait. Get tight. This looks fine. I don't see the problem. Fuck. Why is this here? Top left, top right, bottom right. Man, what is the problem? Don't have a good idea. I don't know. So if we use here the old one, yeah, this one, then this would work, right? Let's also be so free and change that. X chord. Y chord. can remove that. Another one. Good, so now this problem would be gone because now it will use the correct normals. Let's double check. Yeah, I don't understand why the values don't match. At which point on the way does this fail? I don't understand. I see no light right now. I see no lights. Let's wait for the police cars. They should definitely show lights. There they are, the police cars. I see no light on the terrain either. Duh. What? Okay, that's unexpected. How's that possible? Okay. Let's try to figure out where the error is. Let's stash all this. Let's check the state before. If it's really introduced by those pending changes, so it's already in here, broken. Let's go. I see light now. Here. There's a light. There's also light under the Humvee. Yeah, okay, so the light works correctly now. Police cars. Yeah, there's light under the police cars. Okay, so this works. Good. Then let's stash pop again. So there's something here that we broke. That's interesting. So this one should work. If you take this fresh, the fresh one, that should have worked. Why does it not work? There still is the other functions that use it. Right, hold on. Okay. They're still here, these lights. Right, okay, that explains it, yeah. 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 Sure. I wonder why. I wonder why this function here, the update VB, needs to also do lightning when we also have this function down here, update VB for light. Strange. Dynamic lights. Okay, so there's a light and a dynamic light. Okay, let's see. Yeah, why does this not work? Why does this not work? Top left, top right, bottom right, bottom left. Yeah. Are these maybe different here? Let me copy these guys here. Let me copy them and put them. Put them in here and compare. So we have this, 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 and this. Yeah. Okay, let's compare these. 2x factor, height scale, map x plus 1. Well, that's different. X plus 1. Um, hmm. 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 They look a bit different, don't they? This one looks the same. This one is the same. Yeah. Yeah. Up one. Yeah, this one is the same. Map X, map Y. Okay, this is the same. Yeah. Okay, this one is the same. Up one. Okay, never mind. It's the same. Map X plus 1, map Y. Yeah. Okay, this is exactly the same. Map height scale. Map X factor 2 times. There it looks exactly the same. Why is this different? Let's do another test. We take these samples here. And we delete this. We go back to height map. We go back to here. And we put in another test here. And we do a texel normal test. We put this in here. And then here we take x coord. X coord and Y coords. Good. We missed something. X coord. Another one. Is that it? Good. Okay, the goal here basically is to see if this now yields the same result or not. Man, that was a lot of rewrite. Okay. Okay. Then here we put back in the texel normal. Here. Okay. So this could be interesting. So now we compare how this guy plays into it. Yeah? So let's put a breakpoint in here. So Texel normal fresh and Texel normal tests. Yeah, let's see what we have here. Ah, there's a difference here. Look at that. There's a difference. So this one is the same as this, but this is different. Okay. Then to me that implies okay, that is interesting. So there's something already different in here. Yeah. Which so this here, top right. Yeah, so top right, this one is different from this one here. Yeah. Why? Okay, so this looks proper. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So the inputs look okay. Then let's look at the display height thingy again. So this one does X plus draw origin. Yeah. Yeah. Plus this times that, which should be identical to this guy here. Maybe there's a difference with these guys here, with UN up. I think that's the most likely candidate now. That this is somehow different. X with origin. This, yeah. Maybe. This VP1 and up one, like this one looks still fishy here. Yeah. I could imagine that we didn't properly translate this guy here. But then what should it be? Get X with origin. I plus cell offset. But we use the same here and it's still wrong. So that's not it. No. We're using the same here. So we can exclude these as causing the issue. Yeah. Okay. So it's something else. I feel like we're so close, but I don't see it. I wonder, someone watching this video right now probably, yeah, it's there, look, it's there, right on the screen right now. I don't see it. I don't see it. Yeah, honest. I don't see it. There is some issue here. I don't see it. Everything looks correct to me. But we need to keep looking. Eventually we will figure it out. Yeah. We must be. Top right sample. So using, oh no. No. This one is not the, yeah, that one won't work. Okay, this one definitely won't work because this one here is in the wrong coordinates, or is it not? Yeah, because this one doesn't have this offset. Yeah, so we would need to add this to that up one. But here, we don't have it at all. Okay, so this certainly explains. So we would need to add when so here we would need to add this when and VP 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 Okay, so now it should yield the same results in here in this test. So nope, still wrong. Huh, well, that's surprising. Still wrong. Huh. Okay, I think it is interesting that we can reproduce it there. Yeah, this is interesting. This is interesting that this would still be wrong. Top left, top right, bottom left. Display height. That means the issue must be oh, I see the issue. I see the issue. We remove this here. Look at that. We remove this parentheses, which is totally not what we should have done here. Oh, I see. Stupid mistake. Stupid mistake. Oh my gosh. I remember when we removed it because there were so many excess parentheses, and so I thought, yeah, let's remove some of these excess parentheses. Will be good. Okay, now I think it's fixed. My gosh. This really kept me on my toes. My gosh. Oh. 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 Well, let's hope it's fixed, huh? Oh my gosh. Oh, that's retarded. Good, let's see. Oh, that looks beautiful. That looks beautiful. Look at this, how they match. Oh my gosh. That is delicious. Absolutely delicious. Super, super delicious. Let's go to world height map. Let's add in here our favorite parentheses. Yeah. My gosh. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Insanity. Oh, my gosh. Okay, we can remove some more of these other parentheses here. We good? Looks good. Okay, I have a strong suspicion that this will now work. Oh my gosh. Okay, I don't see a light there. Okay, that already doesn't look promising. No lights. There's no lights. Still broken. Fuck. Yeah. Okay, it still doesn't work, but at least we fixed one error. Yeah, the police, there's no light under the police cars. So it's still not working correctly. Okay. Then we need to find the next error. Let's put a breakpoint again on this. It still hits. Okay, okay. Yeah. Oh. Oof. They're very close. Very close. Minor differences. Also differences here. So it's still not correct. Okay, we were happy a bit too fast. Yeah. There's an error here. We're missing this here. Okay. Looks like it's different at the edge. Maybe. Oh, 28. Yeah. Yeah, but it's just at the edge that it's a bit different. It seems that at the edge, at the outer edge is some mismatch, but that's probably okay. Yeah. Yeah. Top left. Top right. Bottom right. Bottom left. So if we now load a penis salt, does that at least look correct now? I remember last time I looked at it, it was all dark. It looked all weird. Okay, at least that looks good now. Let's build a Humvee. Yeah, there's definitely no lightning on the ground. So something is still wrong. Something is still wrong, yeah. Question is what? Oh. Oh. I don't know how that happened. That explains it. Same here. Well, that explains it. Okay. I think there's a good chance that now it will work. Oh man. Why did we do so many mistakes here? Oh my gosh. I don't pay good attention when I touch the code. That's not good. I need to be more diligent. Yeah. But to be fair, this code is quite a bit complicated, so maybe it's just natural to make some mistakes there. Or maybe I'm just not experienced enough. So let's see. I still don't see a light here on the beach. Well, that's too bad. Yeah, there's no light on the Humvee. Shit. It still doesn't work. There's more issues. Oh, man. Actually, there's light. I saw some light right there. There's also light. Look at that. There's light under the cars. Yeah. Okay. Let's slow the level. Let's slow the level. Oh, man. Okay, let's build some Humvees here. Let's shoot. I don't see light here. Huh. Why is there no light under the Humvees? Let's drive somewhere else. Nope. Nope. Okay, so it seems to work a bit, but not everywhere. Okay, but we're making progress here. Why is this not working everywhere now? Okay, we need to be interested in this one here. Y quad. Still wrong. Draw org X. X chord. Let's look at the diff. Maybe there's something else we incorrectly touched here. Y chord, get draw org Y. That looks correct. This also looks correct. X border, yeah, looks correct. Yeah, this one looks correct. Top left, top right. What else is wrong here? Oof. What's listening? Post selected enemy units that are in its range attacking. Show this orange beam. Okay, unfortunately, I have no idea what is still wrong, but we made some progress. We fixed 2 issues. I'm surprised that there's so much broken when we touched this. My gosh. It's really easy to make mistakes, right? Really easy. Wow. Okay, what else is wrong now? Everything again looks perfectly correct to me, but clearly it's not. Though, I think we have to ask the question, was it already working consistently correctly beforehand? I think that would be an interesting question. So let me stash these changes. Compile again. Okay. Solo. Let's see. Yeah, I see the light on the beach. Yeah, which is here. We don't see the light under the Humvee right now. Okay. Now we see it here. Okay, we see the light under the police cars. And we see the light under the Gatlings. Yeah, I see a light here and here. Okay, then let's load into the map. Let's get a Humvee. Let's shoot. Okay, I don't see light. Okay. Or maybe it's just too dark, too bright. It's very hard to say. Let's drive a bit around. I don't see a light on the train. Let's load a different map, a night map, right? Night map. Like, this one is a night map. With owls. There we go. Okay. Well, it's not really dark though. It's a bright night. Okay, there's also no light. Huh. Okay, so there seems to be a bug in general that the light is not always shown. Whew. Okay. So I would say it's a retail issue that the light is not always shown. Yeah, there's no light under the Humvees. Okay, there's a different issue. There is a different issue somewhere, and it's already in the original game. Like there should be lights under those Humvees now, right? But clearly it's not there. So there is some other issue. Okay. Can we figure out why? Let's put a breakpoint here. Okay, it's not calling it. Dynamic light. Do the dynamic light. Who else is calling this? So, lights, dynamic lights. Who's spawning those lights? Who's responsible for spawning a dynamic light? Update VB for light. I put a breakpoint here. Is this not supposed to be called like every frame or so? Update VB for what is the condition for this to be called? Enabled lights. Num dynamic lights 0. Okay, we have no dynamic lights. Why? Who's creating the lights? Let's see. Police car draw. Create dynamic lights. Yeah. Add dynamic lights. Okay. Who's calling this? Is this the correct one though? Maybe. Yeah. Add dynamic lights. So the police car is calling that, yeah? Let me see. Police car, create dynamic light, get a dynamic light. Get me a dynamic light from the scene. So we have this function. Which also calls this. Okay. Then let me see who's calling this. The police car. Light pulse. Could be that. Light pulse. Okay, that one is being called, yeah. Let me see, call stack. Yeah, FX, handle weapon fire. Okay, that looks like this is our candidate. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, it does create a dynamic light, look at that. Yeah. Now what? Okay. So it creates a light and then what? Creates a new light. And another one. Okay, so it means we should have a light, right? Let's say here. Dynamic lights. Oh, it's hard to look into this list here. Next. Next. Oof. Yes, if not, is enabled. Get a dynamic light. If not, is enabled. Otherwise, it will allocate one here. Oof. Oof. Add dynamic. Ah, okay. He does save it here. Okay. So he has a list of available dynamic lights. And if he can pick up an existing one, he does that. Otherwise, he will add a new one. Okay, that's fair. That looks correct. Okay, and so here he picks up an existing light because it's not enabled, turned on, set position. Yeah, so this should work. This should work. Okay, so where is this dynamic light list used then? Light env. Light env. So we definitely have lights, and I mean we also see the flashing on the Humvees, right? So the lights certainly appear to work, but we don't see it on the terrain. Why not? So this function is not called, which I think is a problem. There's some bug here. There is some bug. Okay, who's calling this? Update VB, on-frame update. So then enable lights. Let's put a breakpoint here again. Enable lights. Okay. It's getting filled here. Okay. Max enable dynamic lights is what? 20. So expensive, yeah. Process me. False. Oh boy. It needs to write. What? x. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Process me false. Why chord min? Why chord? Why chord min? Huh? Okay, actually this makes sense, yeah. Min, max, min, max. Okay, so this makes sense here. Yeah. And it can render 20 dynamic lights. Oof. In that range. Okay, let's put a breakpoint in here. Okay, so this one is never hit. Okay, then the issue must be here, no? Process me false. P light. Why is the light modified here? What is this? Why do we write into the light? Shouldn't we just read it? What is this bullshit? Min X. What is this doing here? X chord min. Yeah. Min 147. So max must be larger than 147, which it is by 1 for some reason. plus x plus range. I wonder if there's a mistake here. Divided. I wonder if this here is correct. Why is this adding plus here? Plus 1. Is that correct? I don't know. Why is there a plus 1? It's weird, yeah. I find this plus 1 here really weird. But it happens after the division, so it shouldn't make much of a difference. Yeah. No, I don't think that makes much of a difference. It's probably okay. Yeah. Okay, so what looks weird to me here is that, so we're shooting with a Humvee. It's clearly in the center of the view, right? And so this condition down here will fail. So max y is not larger than this. Why? Max y. There's some issue here. 67. Max y. It's pos y plus range divided by this. Map xy factor. 10. How wide and tall each height map square is. Yeah. Could it be that this needs to be 2 times this? Because I've seen that here. And maybe not. But here it uses 2x. This, I don't know why. Yeah, none of this is true. So it doesn't get to render any lights because 67, 61, min plus x plus minus range plus minus plus y. Looks all correct. Get position, light position. There's some issue here. I just don't see it yet. Map XY factor. Yeah, it looks like a map XY factor is used to just to get into the height map coordinates. Yeah. It does this because it's integer. Right, because it clamps it. And so it adds 1 so that it seals. That's it. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, I think to me this looks perfectly correct, but let's look at this again. So mx draw orc plus this. Yeah. A3 draw orc. It looks all correct to me. I don't understand why the light is not in the view. Now it is. Ha. Ha. Interesting. Okay, there's the light. Now we can see it. And now it stays. Did it fade away or what is this? Why is the light not disappearing? There it goes. The fuck is this? What? Holy shit. Why is this so broken? Okay, so so what I'm seeing is it works correctly when it's like this, and then we can also stop it. It looks correct. But then when we go here, then it somehow breaks. Okay, so it works in principle, but there's some weird bug. Oh man. Okay, so it works in principle, but something is something is wrong here with this code. Okay. I think I will continue this investigation next session. Yeah. Okay, but I think what we can do right now is stash pop. And what we can already change here is improving this here a little bit. We can move this down here. Yeah. Oh, no. No, we can't. Never mind. Never mind. Good. I give up for now. Okay, but we learned something. We learned that the dynamic lights are already broken in ways. So we need to fix that as well. Yeah. God damn it. All right. Good. Then I will... Yeah, I will take a break here. Next session we could continue with that. All right, then I wish you a great day or night. Until next time, goodbye.